So everybody, I just got a little package in from one of my little ATC swaps. This is from Beth, and she sent me a card to go with it. Now, I did kind of pop it open just to make sure that I covered up her name because she wrote on the back side. I don't like giving out addresses if they probably don't want their addresses to be seen. But look, she took the ATCs and she put my name on it. And it looks like she probably created the wrapping paper that was in here, which is pretty darn fun. And I'm going to show you a quickie sneak peek. But also just to show you, she also did the front part of this, which I think is so cute. So she had a lot of fun decorating the front of our envelopes. It looks like she just stuck it to the front. Oh no, she actually did the actual envelope. So look how pretty that is. But I didn't want to give away my address either, so that's why I had to kind of rip that off. But she created this super cute little card for me. Oh, look how adorable. So this is one of the Brutus Monroe stamps. I love that. And then she's die cut out a star, put washi tape, and then put a series of dots, and then she put little staples on the inside, and then she did some splattering effect. That is so cute. I love that. So adorable. And then she ran the washi tape all the way through the card, which is just fun. Most people just do the front, and this she did on a separate sheet of paper, so that's why it's kind of popped up, and obviously she colored it in. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, I'm going to open this up. I believe this was for our postage swap. So we all did a series of ATCs that were postage, meaning that they had like a stamp on it, like a true postage stamp on there. And so not only did I get a cute little tag with my name on it, I got some string. And yeah, I'm never going to get that undone. So we are just going to pull that off from here. Not like I don't have a ton of finger twine. I would so try and keep that, but I'm not going to try and get that knot out at this moment because that's just going to kill me. But look how pretty this is. And she's not only painted the paper, but then she put some sort of kind of covering on there, which is pretty fun. I love that. All this pretty glittery washi tape. It's a great way of using up, oh, it's another envelope. I see what she did. Okay. So she's taken a whole series of envelopes, and this is another one that I think this is an envelope that she has painted and just had fun with it. And then she's using them for her postage, which is pretty darn cool. And then here are the ATCs. Oh, I love it. Okay. Yeah, so she just did a whole bunch of envelopes. And this is just the front side of one, and then she wrapped it up inside of here. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so I sent off a whole series of them. And so that's why I got a whole bunch back. So that's pretty cool. So let's take a look at them all. All right. Ooh, okay. I'm going to have to do these one at a time, and I will have pictures. I always have up close pictures. That way you can kind of take a look at them and see what they're all about. And if I can find the videos and stuff that they go with, if they made one, not everybody does videos, but if they've made one, I'll try and link that down below. Okay. So here is one that's got a series of stickers, and they're all about moons, and Bet's made this one. And she put 2 punched stars, and they're out of the Renia foil, and then here's like an acetate piece. And then this is like a cutout piece. Looks like it's like a printable, it looks like. It's all on craft paper, and then she put this glittery arrow and then a few little fun stars. I don't know if her stamps were used or not, but we could do whatever stamps we wanted to. It could be a used stamp, it could be a new stamp, it could be whatever you want it to be. So that's very cool. She calls this a glow-in-the-dark space. Very cute. Over here we have one. This is from Adam. And I love it. Okay, so here he has, oh, so he took a digital image of a whole bunch of stamps on the background, and then he cut out this little New York station, and then here's a butterfly that's also, it looks like a printable cutout, and this word fly. And he doesn't have a set design, and I think either this is stamped on here. There's this little floral piece that's stamped, or maybe it's part of the printable. I can't really tell. It almost looks like it's stamped over top. So that's pretty fun. So that's a cool way of doing it. Instead of using a real stamp, use a printable of a bunch of stamps. How fun. All right, this one right here is also from Bet's. Well, that's kind of funny. It's a fun idea. So, okay, so she's taken a background paper of craft cardstock, added and inked the edges in teal, which is where these gems are coming from. This looks like it's a printable piece that's got kind of a Day of the Dead kind of girl on it. And then she's taken a doll picture right here. I don't think this comes out. No. So it looks like this is a dress of a doll, but instead of a head, she put the head of a stamp because this person looks like it's got a head. So the stamp acts as the head. And that was a used stamp. So that's pretty fun. And it looks like there's a little piece right here, and I can't tell what that is. I'll have to see if she's done something, but it's this whole Day of the Dead, which is the dress and then the hair. So that's kind of the theme. And is it, this is Sapatero, Brazil. So it looks like the stamp has come from Brazil. Very, very pretty. All right, this one is from Linda Israel, and she lives here in the States, but she has a Vietnam stamp, which is pretty darn cool. And I can't tell, it looks like it's been used. I don't know. Okay, so what she's done is she's got a cardstock that she's stamped. It's a glossy cardstock. I think it's a cardstock. It's kind of bluish in color to begin with, so maybe it's something else. I can't really tell. But then she used, and I can tell the stamp, this is the Brutus Monroe Wave stamp. Bets and Linda and I are all on the Brutus Monroe teams. That's why I can kind of recognize these things. She then has a piece of, it feels like it's tissue paper that she stamped on top, and it says "Wish You Were Here." And then she's got all of this fun fibers that she put the stamp over top, and then a few little sequins, and there's a little gem right there too. So that's kind of, oh, and there's another one right there. So that's fun. And she pop dotted up the "Wish You Were Here," which I believe is also one of the Brutus Monroe stamps right there. So that's pretty fun. Over here we have one from Michelle Frey Cumming. And this one I actually saw a picture of, and now I get to see it in person. So this is another ATC where it's using the Renia foil, and it's got, she first went through and embossed it, which is where the leaves are coming from. And then she has done something, I think she sanded to give the coloring, because on the bottom of the foil it's all silver because it's aluminum foil with paper in the middle. So she's taken off the color off the top to reveal the silver underneath, and then added in this pretty flower, which I just completely took off. It feels like a real flower, but I'm going to re-glue that on there. I'm so sorry, Michelle. I'm going to fix that right now. I'll get my glue back out. You know, when you mail things, you never know what's going to happen. And it just, you know, the heat or whatever probably got to it. So I'm just going to put a little dab of that on there. She had the gold side facing upward. I don't want to screw this up. So that's gorgeous. Okay. She then took the Renia foil in the gold, which is the same, because on the back side of this, because this is the glossy, it has gold on the back side. This is the sapphire. And she punched out a tiny little dots, a whole bunch of them, and then glued them on here, and then added her little stamp, and the stamp looks like it came from Japan. So the theme is postage stamp. That's all she said. So that's pretty fun. I love that one. This one has its own little baggie, and this was from Barbara Patrick. We'll take that out. And postage stamp is the name, so she's got a craft cardstock, and then she took a printed piece of paper. It looks like it's got script all over it, and then she added a postage border right here in that kind of that peachy color, and then here is a blue strip of paper that she added little pearls to. She die cut out some in green cardstock, and then a pretty flower, and then this is like a kind of a green cabochon. It's a resin, and then she added, this is so cute, so this is a piece of really finely made corrugated paper that she wrote some stuff on to make it look like it's a letter, and then she put a brad up here for the postage stamp, and then wrapped it in some twine to make it look like it's a parcel, and then she added a fun little stamp up here in the corner, which is so cute. And like she punched it out and added the stamp, because it's a piece of paper with the stamp on top, but the paper is punched out like a stamp. So that is so adorable. I love those color combinations, and I love this little cute letter. I'm gonna have to make some of those just as embellishments, because those are adorbs. So I love that. So thank you so much for all the amazing ATCs. They are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I have a new set to add to my pile. So thank you so much. So I appreciate all of it. I will attach to as many videos as I can. And Bets, thank you for the awesome card. That is fantastic. I absolutely love that. You rock. So be unique as always. And thanks for stopping by and checking out my ATC swap. This is what I got back from the swap of the postage stamps. I've sent off 2 different versions, and I got back a nice little variety, which is kind of fun. So if you want to check out the ones that I made 2 different kinds. There's this set. which is green. And then there's also this set, which is red, white, and blue. So that's pretty fun. So make sure you go take a look at those 2 videos so you can see how I made mine, and I will link what I can. Any supplies that I do know where they came from, because I know like the Brutus Monroe stamp and some of the foils and stuff, I will link what I possibly could find, but some of these things I'm not 100% sure where they got from. So thanks so much. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.